Hello students, welcome to YouTube channel Vidya for Success. Dear students, in this video, let us understand what is standard normal distribution. Before taking up the concept of standard normal distribution, let me explain or recall the concept of normal distribution. So what is a normal distribution? So if x is a continuous random variable with probability density function, f of x is equivalent to 1 by sigma square root of 2 pi into e to the power minus half into x minus mu by sigma whole square, where x can take value from minus infinity to infinity and sigma always greater than 0, then x is a normal variate and the distribution of x is called as normal distribution. So already I have narrated what is a normal distribution. So what is a normal distribution? Normal distribution is a continuous random variable, nothing but it will be taking a band of value. Okay, it will be considering a continuous random value. So here we will be talking about probability density function. So what will be the probability density function? F of x is equal to 1 by sigma square root of 2 pi e to the power minus half into x minus mu by sigma whole square. And what will be the value of x here? The value of x can lie between minus infinity and infinity, and always sigma value will be greater than 0. So if the variable, if the random variable, that to continuous random variable behaves in this particular fashion, then the random variable is believed to be working like a normal variate. Okay, so then x will be a normal variate, and distribution of such x values behaving such type of frequency density, probability density, then they are referred as normal distribution. Okay, so before understanding standard normal distribution, we need to have a clear idea what is a normal distribution. So here in normal distribution, the random variable x is continuous and it will take value from minus infinity to plus infinity. So if we have been asked to find probability of a particular thing happening, for example, probability of a student, his height falling between 150 to 180 centimeters. What is the chance? If we've been asked such a question, then solving those type of questions will be difficult considering the normal distribution. Hence, we will be considering, or else we will be standardizing this normal distribution, and we will be considering a new type of distribution called as standard normal distribution, using which we can easily solve the problems having continuous random values. Okay, so that is the pre-note starting with standard normal distribution. So then what is standard normal distribution? Please notice here we are having mu value and standard deviation sigma. So the mean mu, if it becomes 0 and standard deviation becomes 1, then we will be left with only x. Okay, so what is then standard normal distribution? If z is a normal variate, what is z? Z is a normal variate. What is normal variate? Nothing but having frequency density function. Already we have studied what is normal variate, where mean is equal to 0. What is mean? Mean is nothing but mu is equal to 0 and sigma is equivalent to 1. Okay, what is sigma? Sigma is nothing but standard deviation. So for all those normal variates where mu is equivalent to 0 and sigma is equal to 1, then z is called a standard normal variate. Okay, and the distribution of z is called as standard normal distribution. As I told you earlier, using the normal distribution, we will not be able to find solution for some of the problems, because the variable will be considering a continuous value, will be having a range. So if we have been presented with a range, the range can be from minus infinity to plus infinity, then we will not be able to solve such questions. So we need to standardize the normal distribution. So in order to standardize that, what we are doing, we are considering mean is equal to 0 and standard deviation sigma is equal to 1. Once you consider mean is equal to 0 and standard deviation is equal to 1, then we will be coming up with a new distribution that is called as standard normal distribution, where z will be a standard normal variate, and distribution of all these z's are referred as standard normal distribution. Okay. So here what will be the standard normal distribution, what to say, density, how it looks like. So here the probability density function of standard normal distribution is f of z is equal to 1 by square root of 2 pi e to the power minus z square by 2. Okay, where z is a value greater than minus infinity and less than infinity. So if you recall the earlier normal distribution probability density function, here we had sigma value, but since sigma is equal to 1, we will be consider only 1 into square root of 2 pi will be square root of 2 pi into e to the power minus half 1 by 2. So here at the denominator we are having 2 value 1 by 2. Okay, and in the numerator we had value x minus mu by sigma. What is the mu? Mu is 0, sigma is 1, so we are left with only x. Here what is x? X is nothing but z here, because we have standardized it. So here we will be considering a new probability density function. That density function is f of z, not f of x. F of z is equal to 1 by square root of 2 pi e to the power minus z square by 2, where z can take value from minus infinity to plus infinity. Always z will be greater than minus infinity and less than infinity. Okay, so this is how we have defined a standard normal variate, and we have defined standard normal distribution. Now we will study some of the notes. What are the important points we have to consider while studying the standard normal distribution? The first note is, for a standard normal distribution, mean is equal to 0, variance is equal to 1, and standard deviation is equal to 1. So already while defining the standard normal distribution, I have told you we will be considering mean mu is equal to 0 and standard deviation sigma will be 1. Okay, so since standard deviation becomes 1, variance will also be 1. Okay, so for all standard normal distribution, mean will be equal to 0, variance is 1, and standard deviation will be equal to 1. Okay, next, second note is, the standard normal curve is a bell shaped curve. Just like a normal distribution will be having a bell shaped curve, here also the standard normal distribution or a standard normal curve will be a bell shaped curve. The third note is, standard normal curve is symmetrical about z is equal to 0. Oh, nothing but for a standard normal distribution we will be getting a curve. So that curve will be symmetrical. Where it will be symmetrical? If we divide that curve at z is equal to 0, then both the halves of that standard normal curve will be symmetrical in nature. Okay, where are you going to get the symmetrical point? Where are you going to find that half of the curve will be equal to the very half of the next another part of the curve? That is, we will be getting a mirror image where z is equal to 0. Okay, nothing but where are you going to get z is equal to 0? Where mean, median and mode, all of them will coincide. At which particular point? They will coincide at z is equal to 0. Okay, that's a very important point. The standard normal curve is symmetrical about z is equal to 0. So if z is equal to 0, then it means that mean is equal to median is equal to mode, all of them are equal to 0. And the fourth note is, total area under the standard normal curve is equal to 1. So always the area which will be under the standard normal curve, that will be equal to 1. Okay, so the area before the mode or z value will be half, the area after the z value will be half, that is 0.5 and 0.5, both added together we will be getting 1. Okay, so that's nothing but the total area under the standard normal curve is equal to 1. And the fifth note is, standard normal curve is asymptotic to the x-axis. It means it seems that the curve is going to touch the x-axis, but no, it won't touch the x-axis. Both the ends of the normal curve will be moving up till infinity at both the ends, but it will not be touching the x-axis at any point. That's why it said that standard normal curve is asymptotic to the x-axis. Next note is, if x is a normal variate with mean mu and standard deviation sigma. Okay, please notice here, x is a what? Normal variate, not standard normal variate. It is if x is a normal variate with mean is equal to mu and standard deviation is equal to sigma, then z is equivalent to x minus mu by sigma is a standard normal variate. So, if you are having a normal variate where mean is indicated by mu, standard deviation is indicated by sigma, then that complete term x minus mu by sigma will be referred as z. If you consider that as z, then that is referred as a standard normal variate. Okay, so how we are going to identify a normal variate and standard normal variate? That is, if x is normal, capital N, if x is normal with mean mu and variance sigma square. Okay, so what happens? X is a normal distribution here. What is normal distribution? Normal distribution will having mean mu and will be variance sigma square. Then z is standard normal. It is indicated by capital N, standard normal. How it will become standard normal? By considering mu as 0 and sigma as 1. Okay, so if x is normal with mean mu and variance sigma square, then z will be standard normal, that is normal variate. Again normal variate. How normal variate it will become? Z will become normal variate when mean will become 0 and standard deviation will be 1. Now let us understand with the help of a diagram. Please notice here, as I told you earlier in one of the note, the total area under the normal curve will be equal to 1. Okay, so the complete area under this normal curve is 1. So, and also I told you that the normal curve will be symmetric. Where it will be symmetric? At z is equal to 0. So, if you draw a line from 0 here, from 0 meeting the normal curve here, it will cut this curve into two parts, equal half. Okay, so now it will be symmetric. If you cut here, it will be symmetric. Okay, so when it becomes symmetric, the area towards left side of the 0, that is left side of the mean or median or mode, where z is equal to 0, will be 0.5, and area towards the right side of the median, that is z is equal to 0, will be also 0.5. Okay, so that is very important note you need to identify here. So always the area under the standard normal curve will be equal to 1. And also you can notice here the x-axis here where the values are from minus infinity to up till infinity. And very important thing noted here is to find a probability regarding x. For example, if someone asks us to find what is the probability of x taking a particular value or a range of value, then we will be considering not normal variate, but we will be considering a standard normal variate where we will be taking the help of the value z. Okay, so if we have been asked to find probability of a particular random value, that too continuous, x taking limits, upper and lower limit, then we need to go with standard normal variate z, can be made use of. Okay, so this is the distribution or graphical representation of standard normal distribution. So here, as you can notice here, there is a shaded area. Okay, so what is the shaded area representing? It represents the probability that the standard normal variate takes a value between z and infinity. Okay, so if we have been asked what is the probability, what is the chance of a random variable picking a value between z and infinity, and that can be denoted using this shaded area. Okay, so if someone asks us to find out the probability or chance of a standard normal variate z considering a value between z and infinity, then that can be depicted or else identified by shading this area. Okay, this is the area. And also we will be making use of the table called as a chi-square table or standard normal table. Okay, so using which we can read from the table the areas under the standard normal curve. That we will take it down in the next video. So in this video we have studied what is meant by a normal variate and what is the difference between normal variate and standard normal variate. So using normal variate we cannot attempt all the problems. So in order to simplify it we need to go for standardization. That's why we will be considering standard normal variate. So the total curve under the area, the total area under the standard normal variate is 1. Thank you.